Hello and welcome back. Today we'll be looking at how to make a blaze farm that does not use any blaze spawners. So this farm is built in a nether fortress, and it can be built anywhere inside the large fortress bounding box, which is different from the bounding box of an individual segment. We'll look at these platforms individually. So much like a creeper farm, you can actually force only blaze to spawn by having your platforms have two spaces for each platform, and by placing trapdoors on the roof. This allows enough space only for a blaze to spawn, but any other fortress mob will not be able to spawn inside that space. So that includes piglins, skeletons, magma cubes, and of course the wither skeletons. So the method we're using to flush our blaze off of the platforms, we just have dispensers with lava buckets in them, and that will slowly push the blaze off of the platforms down here to a collection area where we have more lava, flowing lava, pushing them towards the center. It's worth noting down here there is only one source block here on the end. So after our lava is dispensed, it will flow 7 additional blocks, so the lava will be over 8 blocks. Our platforms themselves are only 7 blocks deep, but we have the lava dispensers every other block. So you can see you have this kind of staggered pattern here, and any place that where the lava would extend that 1 block further, because it's directly in front of the dispenser, we have a trapdoor. So this allows full coverage of the platforms with lava using half the amount of lava. So this structure here, I have 13 platforms in total, but I think you could probably get away with 10 platforms and still stay around the mob cap of 70 mobs pretty easily. So the collection area is down here at the bottom, and like a lot of farms, it has to be 24 blocks below your first platform in order for mobs to spawn on that platform. So right now, as you can see by the counter on the right, we are at 71 blaze spawned into the world right now. So we're not going to spawn any new ones until we kill some of them. So we'll kill the mobs. We'll start back at 0. So we'll fly back here, and you should pretty quickly see them start to spawn in. You get an idea of the speed at which this is able to produce blaze. So there you saw the lava shift over. So now we should have blaze start to spawn on the other side, while the lava pushes the first side off. There we go. And take note of the counter at the right, as we're approaching 70 mobs, and there no more will spawn in until we are able to kill some of them. And right at that moment that we get around 70 mobs, the first pack are starting to come down the drop chute here. We'll take a quick look at the player platform. Just turn the mobs off. So they land in here. This is actually too deep. So if you do get under here too far, they will be able to see you. An easy way to combat that is to put some chains, and that will block your player from getting too far in here. If you duck down, if you crouch, however, they still the blaze in the back row still will be able to see you. So be aware of that. So when the mobs are killed, their drops are pulled into these hoppers, which are just going into 2 chests here. Obviously, you can have whatever type of item collection system that you want. Another note is that you'll notice I have the strength 2 buff, so I keep a beacon here. Strength 2 really helps kill the blaze quite a bit quicker, since they're not able to take damage from falling because they float. So next we'll go up this ladder, and here you have a little bit of control of the farm. So here we have a basic hopper clock. This is running with 1 full stack of items in there, which is the perfect amount of time for blaze that spawn on the very end of the platform to be able to push down and off the side of the platform to be collected. There is a lever right here which will stop the hopper clock from functioning. One thing to note, however, that if you are running your platforms on opposite, like this one is, which does allow for the quickest spawns, when the farm stops, one of these platform towers will not have the lava dispensed. So if you're looking for this to be a functional off switch, you need to have both sides dispensed at the same time. Okay, so I have this switch flipped, and as you can see, the hopper is locked. The farm will continue to run until all of the items are in the hopper above the switch. So that allows the redstone block will shift over one additional time before it actually stops. So right now you see it's in the position where the left lava is dispensed, but the right lava is not dispensed. So that's what these note blocks are for. If you're able to punch that note block, you can control the sides individually. So now all the lava is dispensed, and you can use that as a functional off switch. So that's the purpose of these platforms right here. You can come across here, you can hit that note block if needed. So this timer mechanism, this is a standard etho clock. Okay, we'll look at the rest of the redstone. So the redstone block coming off of the clock hits a repeater, and it splits both directions and heads over to the two sides of the tower. So we'll take a look at this side here. I have another repeater just running into a note block, and when this note block is powered, the observer above it is able to see that and sends a pulse up here to your first dispenser that has a lava bucket in it. So obviously right now it's dispensed. And when that happens, we have two observers watching that. The first one is going off to the side here, which will trigger and hit the next dispenser and cascade across. And the observer above this dispenser will also see that trigger another dispenser, and then we hit the next platform where the same thing happens. So as you're watching this, you can see the delay of the observers as this propagates upward. It's worth noting that the roof of the farm needs to be bottom slabs just to prevent any mobs from spawning on the top of this. If you're not careful, you can get some tricky ghasts spawning on places. So we'll just take a fly around the build here. And I built this out of iron blocks just so it makes it easier to count if you're using this as a build guide for your build. If you like this video, you can leave a like and you can consider subscribing, and feel free to leave any questions or comments in the comments section down below. Thank you and goodbye.